Okay, welcome everyone on the next Kyma Migration Working Group meeting. Today I am your host and Suleiman will take notes. Agenda for this meeting is a very beginning, very simple today. So at the beginning I will present the current status and the next priorities, and later Jakub will do some demonstration how to manage secrets. So let me go to the our repository, and as you can see, in the last week we merged 12 pull requests, and also one issue was closed. So let me go very briefly through the list of the merged and closed pull requests and see what was done. So I think that one of the most important thing was finishing this pull request about Pro pre-submit configuration for bidding components. So currently UI API layer component is built, and also some components from the console are triggered whenever you make a pull request on the Kyma repository. We also finished pull request about production configuration for the Pro cluster. And in this pull request, we defined the first version of config YAM and plugins YAM, and also TLS ingress was configured, and certificates are provisioned by cert manager. And we also were working on running Kyma integration selectively. So previously, Kyma integration was executed whenever you create a pull request. Now it is executed only if you made some changes in the installation or resource directories, and also it is executed as a post-submit job, so whenever you merge it to the master. We were working also on the strategy for organizing jobs in our repository, because our first approach was to put definition of jobs in one directory, and now we define more sophisticated strategies. So when you go to the Pro and jobs directory, you can see structure. So you can see that we have two repositories, console and Kyma. And for Kyma, we defined one job for component UI API layer. And what is important, the name of this file should be the same as the name of the component, because we have to have unique names in the whole structure of this tree. Yeah, that was done. Also, we enabled one plugin that makes that whenever you commit your changes to the master branch for the test info repository, changes in the jobs configurations or the jobs configuration will be automatically applied on our cluster. So it's a very nice feature. And to be honest, that's all. Let's have a look on the board also. So currently we have 7 issues to accept. So today, working group leaders are going to meet and accept them. We have 2 issues in the review column. First is created by me, so it's create proposal for release process. So the purpose of this task was to validate if our approach for defining job definitions for components apply also for the release scenario. Oh, I said that we have 2 items, but we have 1 on the item. Thank you, Magda, for dynamic changes. And we also have 5 issues in progress. So about static analysis tool for our shell scripts. So in the test infra, we have many shell scripts, and we to improve the quality. There is also issue about pro thread modeling. So I don't know if Suleiman or Andres have any update about that.
Yes, we will talk maybe at the end about
Okay.
it quickly.
And I also started working on the task about providing easy access to job logs from the pull request view. And still in progress is provisioning GKE cluster for integration tests and some follow-up tasks about moving Kyma integration test scripts to Kyma repository. And when you go to the column, this column is ordered by priorities, and at the top of that column we have some follow-up tasks. For example, when we introduce this new hierarchy of the job config files, we need to update documentation and also adjust a little bit scripts. We have some documentation tasks. And also, finally, we should start working on defining jobs for the test info repository and other follow-up tasks. So that's all from my side. Now Jakub will present his topic. Jakub, are you ready?
Yes. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
That's perfect. Let me share my screen. Just a second. Desktop number 3, I guess. I hope you can see my browser. Is that it? Guys, can you see my browser?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I'm Jacob from Toads. I'm here to brief you on Pro management, Pro secrets management, and yeah. So basically, some pro jobs require sensitive data. We came up with a procedure. And just let me walk you through it. And in case any questions arise, just let me know. You can obviously also consult the page you are seeing, which is Pro Secrets Management in the test info repo under docs directory. So the procedure is not that elaborated. So let's begin with the secrets. So some pro jobs require secrets, like let's say it's service account keys or anything you can imagine, basically. So let's begin with service account keys. Those should be stored in Google Cloud Storage in buckets. You can see a bucket like this on your screen. Just let me get one step back. Okay, so that's the list of buckets. For the purpose of this presentation, I have prepared a bucket called Pro Meeting Demo. This is basically a perfect copy of the bucket that is currently in use, Kyma Pro, except I've added an additional item, which is SI and -demo.encrypted. Again, that's for the purpose of the presentation. So what you can see here are service account keys encrypted using the KMS technology. KMS stands for Key Management System. You can access it either from your Google Cloud Platform UI or from the console. And okay, so we know where we should store our secrets. We need to know what they are really. So if your job requires another service account, let's say, we need to provide it to the Pro cluster. And let's just go to the service accounts tab in here. And yeah, you can see that I've created a service account, which is called SA-demo. I have also generated a key. You can see I've done it earlier today. And okay, so let me just switch to the console. Okay, so SA-demo.json is the file, and then all you need to do is to encrypt it using the KMS technology. But there is one thing you need to do. you need to know, or perhaps 2 things you need to know. To encrypt your key, you're gonna need 2 things. Let's go to the cryptographic keys tab in GCP. You need a keyring and an encryption key. Basically, you can use the ones that have been already provided, which is Kyma Prow keyring containing Kyma Prow encryption key, but it is up to you. You can just go with whatever you need. You can create your own keys and keyrings, but please remember that keyrings cannot be deleted. So yeah. Okay, so once we know our keyring and our encryption key, we can just basically encode our service account key. And once it's been done, we need to upload the key to the bucket. And that's basically what you can see here. This is the service account key that has been encrypted using the technology I've just mentioned. And that's, yeah, this file is ready to be propagated to Pro clusters. Okay, so let me just show you what it looks like. Okay, so that's my Pro cluster. You can see there is a job that failed, probably tests, I guess. Okay, so let's find out if our secret is here. It's called SA Jesus, it's not a slash. it's a dash. SA dash. Come on, what was the name? I forgot. Sorry, guys. Demo. Okay, demo. Okay, so you can see that in the data section there is service account JSON key, which should contain our service account key. Yeah, so that's it. But guys, you need to remember that if you want the Pro to install, to set up your secrets, you need to specify its name here. So this script is called create GCP secrets as .sh. Whatever comes here in this array will be copied and turned into a secret, Kubernetes secret on your Pro cluster. So I have created a service account called SA-demo, and we need this name here so that the secret is set up during an instance. Okay, guys, I think that's it. Do you have any questions? Okay, that's quite unexpected. I hoped for at least a couple of questions, but if there is none, just thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your presentation. So it was the last point in our agenda, but do you have any other topics you want to discuss right now?
I just missed the beginning. And have you talked about the overall status already? About the Pro, where we are, or what's left? To achieve the MVP in that context, let's say.
Basically, I presented the what was done in the recent week, what pull requests were merged, and also I presented our board when we have defined tasks and they are ordered by the priority. And
okay, then I can just look there, right?
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks.
And maybe coming to the threat modeling. So we had another session and there's still one session left, which will happen today. So we want to finish that whole topic today. I created a pull request in the community repo to document a bit the findings. And I'm currently creating a pull request to trying to document that MVP landscape for now, so that we can agree on what we want to achieve really for that MVP. And we should see that we also maybe create document then. I saw already for the pipeline that we agree on what we really want to achieve from that MVP perspective. I think that's important. Yeah. Threat modeling, I think there was just authorization. We talked a lot about it, and let me just think. What were the findings at the end? So we agreed somehow on if we can assure that we can always recreate the cluster configurations, and we require only a few admin user at the end to get access to the whole cluster, then that would be really perfect, so that we have just a group of few admin users and anonymous. That would be really the best situation, right? So that's a regular developer has no need to access the cluster at the end, because if he wants to change the configuration, he's going to the source code and then it's getting applied automatically, passing tests, whatever. That would be the best, and would be nice if we can achieve that for MVP. And in combination with that, so there was this issue of that in the Kyma project, Google project, that by default somehow there are a lot of people who are owner in the group, and then with that they have automatically access to the cluster, right? So that can be an issue, because there can be people getting access to the cluster who are not in relation to Pro at all. So if we cannot find there a different solution so that we can really have our own Pro role in the Google project and can really assign only the people who, if we cannot do that, then probably an own project is the best solution indeed. Yeah. And we then should do that just to avoid that random people have access from that project. Yeah. Suleiman, can you remember?
There were some more action items. I was thinking to create some issues actually for them. For example, one thing is we need to increase the number of bytes we are using for the webhook tokens. We are currently using 20, and security people, they wanted us to improve it to 32 bytes. And for example, one other thing is we need to be rotating the tokens from time to time. At least at offboarding the people, we need to have a procedure. We need to define a procedure for rotating the tokens as well.
A simple solution would be for now having a guide checklist for when offboarding people, which are admins, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there are some more items, but maybe we can just go through them after today's meeting. Maybe in the next meeting we can just present the action items.
Okay, thank you. Anything else?
Is there already an idea on how to do the testing of the Pro script itself? So is there a separate cluster for testing the Pro setup itself, or has anyone thought about it already?
So currently you have two issues similar to what you said. So first one is about static analysis of the shell scripts, and the second one is about defining jobs for the test info repository, and only after passing some jobs it can be merged to the master branch. But we haven't thought about having, I don't know, additional Pro clusters, so such as staging environment.
I'm not saying that we need it, just asking. And 2 weeks ago, I think we agreed on that we will use Go commands for all the scripting stuff. Has someone used one Go command already? Or I've wrote one?
Yeah, we plan to rewrite the testing script to as a Go command, but it's not done yet.
Okay.
From the Pro cluster provisioning, I'm not aware of any such command.
Just making you also aware that we have a first small skeleton for a Kyma CLI, which we want to move into the incubator. So currently it's internally still, but that we can also, if you see there are some common goals, we can add them there maybe. That's it from my side.
Okay, thank you, Andreas. Anything else? If no, I would like to remind you that we have also 2 additional meetings on Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. when we every active contributor should also join that meeting. On that meeting, we are talking about the current progress, so what we have done, what we plan to do, if there are any blockers, we discuss pull requests. So please remember about that. It happens at 10 a.m. and it should be rather very short meeting. If no more topics today, I would like to thank you, all of you, for attending this meeting, and we'll see also on Friday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Ciao.
See ya.
Have a good day.
Same to you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.